Hello and welcome to Let's Play Total Annihilation. This is my practice playthrough, just so I can get a handle on various recording systems and how I use them and all. This game came out in 1997. It's a real-time strategy, RTS. We're going to be playing the single-player campaign all the way through, just so I can basically know how to do things. Let me go ahead and click there. There are two main factions in the storyline. There's the ARM and there's the Core. The Core is a bunch of robots that downloaded themselves into robots. And when they forced that on everybody, the ARM rebelled. These people can pattern their consciousness, and they just basically patterned their warriors over and over and over. ARM basically cloned their warriors over and over. Anyway, they fight each other using nano-lathes and robots. We're gonna play that game. So the ARM is actually the people I usually play as, and the Core I think is usually the bad guy, but I guess that's a matter of interpretation. Go to New Campaign, and I'm going to play as the ARM, as I said before. I'm going to leave the difficulty at medium. Whenever I have a choice, I usually select medium difficulty, because I think that's the default difficulty. Easy is if you're having issues. Hard is if you want a challenge. I play most of my games in medium. Let me go ahead and start this. This is the expansion pack, by the way, Core Contingency. And there's another one called Battle Tactics that no one ever played. Krogoth Encounter, we may play that. That's part of the Core Contingency. Alright, let's go ahead and start. A hero returns. At any point in time, if you fail an actual campaign, you can usually just play fail a particular mission, you can usually play the next one in the campaign. There's going to be 25 missions. So let's hear the excellent voice acting and the debriefing for this part 1.
It was near the end of the war, and after 4,000 years the Core Empire stood on the brink of final victory over the ARM Rebellion. ARM forces throughout the galaxy were overwhelmed by the superior numbers and firepower of the ruthless Core. Their bid for freedom nearly lost. The battered remnants of the ARM military clustered in the single star system which contained its home world, Empyreon. Empyreon too would have fallen were it not for the skill of the sole surviving ARM commander. A shrewd tactician and resourceful warrior, the commander took advantage of the system's relative isolation and was able to keep the enemy at bay. ARM troops weathered wave after wave of Core attacks, and it seemed as though they would be able to do so indefinitely. The stalemate ended when a small Core insertion team managed to slip through planetary defenses and establish the last of a chain of space-folding galactic gates which led directly to the surface of Empyreon. A decoy engagement was staged at the ARM outpost on the outer planet of Calibran in order to lure the commander away from Empyreon, leaving the planet virtually defenseless. The invasion began.
Alright, as we start the game, turn this down a little bit. There's only one ARM commander left and one Core commander left, and you are playing the ARM commander, and we need to get him back on Empyreon, which is the ARM homeworld. Alright, here are our units. You can press tilde to the number to the left of one to see their health. I'm going to press Control A, actually Control W, to select everything with a weapon, everything about the commander effectively. You'll notice, basically, that you have basic units, and they have little guns on them. By the way, this is a left-click game, not a right-click game, so you gotta click on the left. Notice there are no armor types. Everything has the same armor type. I know many of you are familiar more with Warcraft 3, where there's basically 5. There's unarmored, lightly armored, medium armored, heavy armored, hero armor. Come on, guys, fight. Shoot them. Those are the Pee-wees, they do a lot. Get there. This one doesn't have it. This one, the only determining factor on whether or not you die or not is basically how many hit points you have. Everything has a certain amount of hit points. So there are no armor types, there are no damage types either. And when you fire, you're firing the same damage type as everybody else. It's revolutionarily simple. I mean, even Warcraft 1 had armor thresholds, and subtract 1 from this, your armor value subtracted from the damage you took, and with a minimum of 1, even if the armor threshold was above how much you're hitting, you still made 1 hit. This one, it's pure HP and pure hit points. pure damage. You'll notice that these rocks have metal values, and these wrecks have metal values associated with them. We'll talk about that here in a second. This is the gate. In fact, I could have just done this entire mission by flat out selecting all my troops and sending them into this gate. By the way, I grouped them into group 1 by pressing Control 1. And once I hit that, the mission will be done. Alright, that was the mission. Oh, look, and that's a pretty scene. See, there's a artist rendition of a gate. There's peewees on the left-hand side and a couple of peewees in the bushes. Alright, well, that finishes this first mission. I know that was short, and it was meant to be short, because, once again, this is my first real LP. Come back next time and we'll tackle Mission 2. Thanks for joining me. Have a nice day.